Ever since She-Hulk Attorney at Law made its debut on Disney+, we can honestly say we're brought into a different kind of superhero perspective this time around. And now that we're more than halfway through the show, She-Hulk's director teases that the rest of Season 1 is not what you expect. So what else is there to watch out for in the series? Keep on watching if you don't want to miss out on the latest. Director of She-Hulk teases that Season 1's finale is not what you expect. She-Hulk Attorney at Law is more than halfway through its first season, and it has been a creative interpretation of Tatiana Maslany's Jennifer Walters' rich and detailed backstory found in the pages of Marvel Comics. There are many unanswered concerns about how the final 4 episodes of the series will play out, like when exactly Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock Daredevil will appear and how Jen's superhero origin tale will conclude. Episode 5 through 7, director Anu Valia hinted that the next 4 episodes might not be what viewers are expecting while discussing her work on the show with comicbook.com's Phase Zero podcast. Valia went on to reveal that she's pretty excited about what's to come, and rightfully so. I think where the rest of the season goes is so fun and different, and ideally not what you expect, the director teased. And so I'm hoping people are surprised and a little like, oh, they're having some fun with this. So just keep watching it. I really think it'll be fun. I hope people like it. Valia also hinted that it will be entertaining to follow Jen on her superhero adventure, especially in light of her perspective on identity and individual agency, since she believes that fans and viewers will enjoy watching it, and that it would be enjoyable to travel with Jen. She promised not to reveal any spoilers. However, Valia believes that the show's beauty lies in how hilarious it is. Additionally, the show is really interesting in delving into these intricate notions of identity, and how do you own an identity that's been thrust on you, where at times you like it, but at times makes you feel bad about the other side of yourself. That's a very complicated idea, and I think the show does want to go deep in that way, and so it's very cool, the director explained. Apart from the series director, another cast member showed their excitement for how the series will progress, and it's none other than Jamila Jamil. The best in the series, according to Jamila Jamil, is yet to come, as with Anu Valia. In a mid-season interview, the actress stated that she is simply thrilled to make people laugh and for everyone to make people believe the plot will continue to develop. Additionally, the show simply keeps getting better and better, and Jessica Gao's writing just keeps getting more and more brilliant with each new episode. Jamil also believes that the fans will be really pleased with what they have accomplished, or at least she hopes they will be. If not, they are aware that their supporters and viewers will inform them. And in other news, our heroine is finally facing her insecurities in the show. It appeared last week that She-Hulk Attorney at Law was finally settling into a framework that resembled a normal schedule. A Tell B story, a fun side case for the supporting cast and a move away from the MCU cameos. But this week sets all of that aside to yank Jen back into Emily Blonsky's sphere of influence and away from GLK and H. Even so, it was a very enjoyable episode, and Jen obviously needed the vacation. She is happily married to Josh, played by Trevor Salter, the man she met at Lulu's wedding, and they are living the cutest little rom-com. Josh wasn't disproving the strange mail accusations early on. His flirtatious text displayed on Jen's screen revealed he already knew the area she lived in. Jen can't resist obsessing over their text when he ghosted her after they asked because she is a modern woman who lives in the 21st century. Thankfully, Blonsky, whose inhibitor malfunctions up on that wackadoo ranch of his, in the words of his parole officer, fortunately provides a diversion. Chuck begs Jen to join him in his capacity as a lawyer and superhero because he is logically frightened that he might run across the Abomination up there. Fortunately, Princess Silkfeather, Blonsky's favorite chicken, was unharmed, and the fault was a simple run-in with an electric fence. However, the visit goes awry as predicted when Manbull and El Aguila wreck Jen's automobile. In this episode, Blonsky surrounds himself with a group of extremely close-knit men who are attempting to understand their emotions rather than his harem of jail letter buddies. Jen, who is still fixated on her phone, doesn't really want to hang out with this motley crew until the guy Nick Gomez enters the room. He's a member of the wrecking crew that attacked her weeks ago. Jen kindly reminds us he is currently taking radical accountability of Blonsky's ranch. Nobody's entirely sure how he is accomplishing this. With this unexpected bunch, Jen is finally prodded to express her actual concerns about She-Hulk. When she transforms into her super persona, she's like that awesome friend you had in high school. Like you think life would be so much easier if I were that person, and I can turn into that person anytime I want. And everyone pays attention when I'm this. Like my colleagues, my boss, guys, Jen shares. But it feels like cheating because would they like me if I didn't have all this? If I were just Jen, would the same guys who like She-Hulk stick around for Jen? Because some of them don't. And that sucks for Jen because Jen is great, and no one cares when on their She-Hulk. It's a wonderfully freeing experience for her when the group is able to persuade her to trust them with just Jen. She is so happy she stayed at the retreat that she even decides to remove Josh's phone number. Blonsky welcomes her to return at any moment, and the Not Really gang leaves her with a goodbye note. Jen is allowed to depart with renewed dignity and vigor. Sadly, we now understand that Saracen, played by Terrence Clow, the possible vampire, was right in assuming that Josh was actually wanting Jen's blood. Josh is seen sulking around the dark of night, stealing the information from her phone in a flashback to their adult sleepover. In addition to the treachery, he also snaps a photo of her when she's sleeping and partially undressed, which is such a devastating violation and a very uncomfortable way for the episode to end. Josh's true identity is still a secret to Jen, but one worries that once it is, all of her effort in the yurt will be undone. Apart from this, we think we also have to address how She-Hulk Attorney at Law just introduced several C-list villains in the show. Man-Bull and El Aguila are introduced in last week's episode. It has been long known that Marvel Studios intended to incorporate some second-tier or third-tier supervillains in the show. Yes, a matador is engaging in a bullfight, and the show is open about it. El Aguila has faced off against characters like Iron Fist and Power Man, while Man-Bull was first presented in the comic books as a Daredevil foe. They are the villains who occasionally appear in cameos to serve as the heroes of the Marvel Universe's cannon fodder. But what function will they serve in the MCU? Strangely, neither of them seems to be innately evil, so we assume they belong to the support network Blonsky has established since being freed from prison. Assuming that these characters are ex-convicts, we're hopeful that they'll reveal who placed them in jail, because that would be a great way to fill in the blanks between movies. And now for more pressing matters. Did She-Hulk Attorney at Law just set the stage for Marvel's Blade reboot? Keep on watching, but fair warning, major spoilers ahead. The show may have established the framework for the impending Blade revival starring Mahershala Ali after the wedding episode, according to rumors. While Jennifer Walters was attending a friend's wedding as a bridesmaid, Mallory Book and Nikki were assisting Mr. Immortal, a customer with special abilities. The Great Lakes Avenger was given a new identity in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, becoming a man with multiple wives and a husband. At one point, he revealed that he had formerly been married to Baroness Lily Cromwell. That name may sound familiar to you if you read comic books. Cromwell was initially featured in a Union Jack comic book, where she was better known as the evil Baroness Blood. By the way, since we met Olivia Colman's ancestor, James Montgomery, in Captain America: The First Avenger, her character in Secret Invasion will also be a member of the Falsworth family. Thus, it is one probable MCU connection, but much more significant is the fact that she is a vampire. Is it possible the Blade will involve Baroness Blood? There are rumors that the movie will take place in the past, and it would be cool if Mr. Immortal made a cameo as the husband of one of the numerous vampires the Daywalker encounters. And that's pretty much everything you need to know about She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Are you happy with how the show managed to introduce more Marvel characters into the equation? Let us know in the comments section below. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on for more videos like these. We'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.